So I want to describe total capital management at three levels. First of all, a foundational level, and then on that foundation, the actual business system, and then the final level will be the outcome of the system. So the foundation of total capital management can really be summed up in one word. It's simplicity. But I want to make a distinction between two types of simplicity, because there's simplicity on the near side of complexity, and then there's simplicity on the far side of complexity. And total capital management is simplicity on the far side of complexity. I don't know if our audience has ever heard this term, but it's been said that the truly great leaders have a genius for simplicity on the far side of complexity. And the way you get there is the way we develop total capital management. We've taken 32 management principles, theories, and models, a lot of complexity, and we've unified that complexity into what we call elegant simplicity. So the total capital management system, first of all, it's interdisciplinary as opposed to intradisciplinary, and it's principle-based as opposed to rules-based. And as the audience just learned, it's digitally enabled as a management system for the formation, allocation, utilization, and dynamic reallocation of all types of capital. So right now, the audience can learn how to tell people a basic difference between total capital management and conventional management systems. And the basic difference is with total capital management, we focus on what's the same about capital management, which is the process I just described, whereas conventional management methods focus on what's different about capital, the different types. There's financial capital, there's, of course, data capital, there's human capital, and so on. So now we've got this foundation of simplicity, and we've built this interdisciplinary, principle-based, digitally enabled management system for managing all types of capital in an efficient and effective way. So now the next level is to talk about the outcomes of total capital management. And the outcomes are positive net present value, supervenience, and what we call the sustainability synergy. So when you use the total capital management system, you build organizations that are positive net present value machines, which simply means that all types of capital earn more than they cost, and then we add and enable winning strategies. But in addition to that, executives also use the total capital management toolkit to increase organizational capital, which is the most highly leveraged type of capital, to a breakthrough level we call supervenience. And supervenience is a level of organizational intelligence, agility, and adaptability that actually supervenes on the human capital, enabling the human capital to supervene on all other types of capital, including data capital, and to manage that capital so it delivers superior value through sustainable means to shareholders and stakeholders. And then that leads us right to the third outcome of total capital management, which is the sustainability synergy, which very simply is creating superior levels of value for your shareholders while also making a positive impact on the overall economy, environment, and society on behalf of all of your other stakeholders. And it's important to note that conventional wisdom tends to treat the relationship between shareholder and stakeholder value as a trade-off. For example, hey, we'll run our business and we'll be profitable. We may or may not be a good corporate citizen, but not to worry. We're going to take some of those profits and give it to our foundation, and our foundation's sole purpose is to be a good corporate citizen. That's doing well and doing good, isn't it? But the standard, as we all know today for business excellence, is doing well by doing good, managing those two types of sustainability for shareholders and stakeholders synergistically. And to do that, you need an increased level of organizational capital, an increased level of sustainable organizational effectiveness, and that's what we call supervenience. So in summary, total capital management is a foundation of elegant simplicity, producing a principle-based, digitalized management system so that you can deliver superior levels of positive net present value, increase organizational capital to a level of supervenience, so that you can achieve the sustainability synergy to a greater degree than your competitors are.